Hola. Hola, buenas. Bienvenidos a este canal de River Zapterino. Yo soy Zapters y mi perro se llama River. Buenas, buenas. Partiendo tarde, como siempre, un día viernes. Me cuesta mucho partir los viernes. Em, sí, sí. Hoy vino la polola de un primo a vender dibujitos. Y bueno, trajo unas carpetas gigantes con 1 millón de dibujos y se me fue la hora revisando dibujos y al final le compré un montón. Así que se me hizo tarde, como siempre. Mucha luz. Creo que se ve bien. Voy a tirar el blanco. Ok. Como dije, o sea, como pongo ahí en la descripción, hoy vamos a jugar Genshin. Porque quiero avanzar en la historia. Ya que durante la semana casi no avanzo. Bueno, creo que no avancé nada. Así que hay que ponerle para adelante nomás hoy. Así que mientras abro el juego, cambio las escenas. Vean ahí mi super fondo de Kirby. Dele. Turu, turu. Qué blanco. Mucha luz. Quedo ciego. Deme mis fotogemas. Gracias. Ok, estamos en la biblioteca. Ya, vamos. Salgamos de acá, pero creo que puedo salir de esto, ¿no? Sí. Ok, entonces sacamos las misiones diarias. Tengo una acá y la cuarta. ¿Dónde está la cuarta? ¿Y la cuarta? Ah, sí, ya está acá. Tanto aquí ya. Vamos por esto primero, que se ve cerca. No, quiero eso. Vamos.
This will hinder our vision. We must remain vigilant.
¿Qué? ¿En serio? Cuando está lloviendo no se puede. Mira, un cofre. Vamos por el cofre, ¿eh?
Wow, these will come in handy.
Una plantita. Gracias. Ahora sí subamos. ¿Cómo están los cabres?
Bet you can't keep
Ay,
up
había
with
un de esos
me.
desgraciados. ¿Me congelaron? Bueno, ya se murió. ¡Pero se murieron todos! Amigos, se murieron todos de la nada. ¡Ay, ay, ay! No le puedo quemar el escudo porque está lloviendo. Te la voy a...
No escape.
Mal momento para llover. Pero espérate, está lloviendo, la puedo congelar. O sea, lo puedo congelar el desgraciado. Congelado. Congelado. Congeladito. Es más bonito. Ahí se queda mierda. ¿Dónde está, señor? Y se murió. Aprovechemos el momento que tengo escudo. Ay, au. Y he muerto. ¡Fallé! ¡No! Justo vos me saltó. ¡Qué desagradable! Muérase. Oh, ¿en serio? Justo cuando terminó de llover. Bueno.
Come
Oh.
on, let's go bask in the sun a bit.
El cielo se
If you
iluminó.
aren't coming, I'll
Buena.
just go by myself. Last chance. Are you coming or not?
Qué más chulo allá. Siguiente. Esta es... creo que tengo que matar cositos. Creo que tengo que matar ese ojo raro. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Hay misión extra? ¿No? Subamos, subamos. Gracias, amigo. Ese. Juego. Qué lindo día. Así que pillar solo por la tormenta. Vamos por acá. Su mierda. ¿Cómo está, señor?
Bet you can't keep up with me. All eyes on
Puta,
me.
me equivoqué. ¿O no? Creo que no. ¡Ay! ¿Cómo está, señor? Señor. Atrás. 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 Atrás.
Diana Special.
¡Au!
So
Me dolió.
hard. No one escapes my sight.
Con GLC. ¡Ay, casi lo mato! ¿Una flechita? Gracias. Y se murió. Estamos a ver. Bien. ¿Dónde más nos quedan estos dos de acá? A ver, tú estás aquí. Más cercano creo que es el de acá. ¡Vamos!
Oh no, it's raining. Now my uniform will get all wet.
Y como uno puede congelar, se queda que matarlo primero. ¿Y los demás se murieron? Bueno. Y yo tengo que ir para acá. ¿Cómo les baila? Voy a matar 8 desgraciados otra vez.
Get ready for the I'm a rock.
Congelado.
Eyes on me. Here.
Se murió, se murió, se murió.
Here.
¿Dónde está el desgraciado? Acá está. Muere. ¿Cómo está, amiguito? ¿Por qué estás en la jaula? ¿Te están cocinando?
Look at you, booze hound.
Yo no le hago nada. ¿En serio me esquivo el desgraciado? ¡Au!
No escape.
¡Ay! En serio fallé. Gracias por mojarlo. Muchas gracias, pero no le hago casi nada de daño. Ah, espérate, lo está curando este desgraciado, me acabo de dar cuenta. Uy, hijo de puta. ¿Qué andas curando, weón, aquí? ¿Ah? ¿O no? Bien, mira, estaba curando. ¿Se murió? Ah, sí se murió. No, pero congelé el escudo. Vamos, vamos. Congelado te ve más bonito. ¡Ay, ay, ay!
Ha, pew, pew.
Congélate. Congélate. ¡Congélate! ¡Ay, ay, ay!
Power that ended my shot.
¡No veo, no veo, no veo! ¿Lo maté? ¡Lo maté! No, lo maté, no veía nada. Buena, buena. ¿No? ¿No se está haciendo los clips? ¿No? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? Oh, tengo problema con el Sammy. ¿Hola? Bueno, supongo que hice un clip, ¿no? Se me había desvinculado el Sammy con Twitch. Sí, sí, hizo captura. Ok, está bien. Vuelve a funcionar el desgraciado. Yo soy feliz. Tú eres feliz. Ok. Sigamos. ¿Cómo maté a ese desgraciado? No sé, no vi. Pero se murió. Y ahora acá, otra vez con los cabros, con los hermanos, que está la cabra enferma. Y el hermano que hace todo por salvarla, por curarla.
I won't let you down.
¿Cómo estamos, señor Anthony? ¿Cómo está su hermanita? No. Ok, aquí por arriba. Vamos para acá. ¿Para acá, cierto? ¿Misión? ¿Cómo está, amiguito? ¿Tienes misión para mí? ¿Una misión que voy a hacer quizá algún día? No me interesa tu bla bla, amigo. Dame la misión. Gracias. No me interesa. La misión es muy
I'll race you
secundaria para
there.
mí, así que chao. Busca
That's more
postre.
like it.
Otra vez ya me perdí. A ver, historia. ¿Desde qué? No, toca subir. Buena. No, pero ¿qué hiciste, Amber? Ya cresta. Sube. Vamos para arriba. Ya, pero ¿por qué me hicieron subir? Te veo. ¡Oh, me cofre! Ahí las hermanas siempre están a esta casa y me descubren. Qué hábil eres. ¿Cómo sabía que estaba aquí? Ni las monjas lograron descubrirme. Bueno, ya que me descubriste, tendré que bajar ahora. No te preocupes, solo vine a ver el paisaje. Mi amigo, usted no está enferma.
Another target tracked down by Outrider Amber.
Bueno, bajemos. Si estoy enfermo, ¿cómo está ahí, weón? Qué chucha. ¿Cómo escaló todo esto sin morirse? ¿Cómo estamos estatuadas? Qué bien. Y a volar, y a volar, y a volar. Vamos a ir por aquí. Con cuidado. Y hemos llegado. Encima, con tantas monjas que hay por ahí. ¿Cómo lo consigue? ¿Será que tiene un talento innato para ser aventurera? Y ahora yo decirle que baje. Es mejor no molestar a las monjas. Ok, eso fue demasiado aleatorio. Incluso para mí. Como estamos
Ad
ñora,
Astra Abyssos.
y mis
Thank you for
recompensas.
completing.
Bien. Recompensas. Reclama todo. Y hemos subido de nivel. ¿Y qué gané? Gané libritos buenos.
Ad Astra Abyssos.
Se agradece. Te vuelvo a mandar a ti, me voy. Estás acá. mando de nuevo. Y a ti te mando por zanahorias. Y en Sumeru, vamos otra vez con piñones. Vamos bien. A ver, ¿algún amigo cerca? Está Emma conectado. Está... Oh, mira, no se me había ocurrido colocar mi Twitch ahí. Salud, cabrón.
I feel like running.
Perfecto. Ya eché las misiones de ahí. Ok. Bueno. Buenas, buenas. Manda Emma.
Today's recommendation.
Haven't you heard?
WM. Y ahora sí comenzamos con las misiones de acá. Equilibrio. Inesperadamente te encontraste con esta wea, otra miembro de las 7 estrellas, cerca de la balista tanto en la cordillera Tiana. Ella te explicó una forma. Ah, verdad que tenemos que llegar a la mierda allá arriba, pero no alcanzamos.
Jean will be upset if she catches us lazing around like this.
Está a 3 kilómetros por acá. A ver. Volemos. Aquí creo mejor. Vamos para allá. Mm.
I'll race you
Llegamos
there.
al camino de oro. Ok. Ah, el restaurante no, acá.
Hey there! A guy called Mung Dan told us that we could get a nice and shiny box from your store.
Uncle Mung already told me about it. Thank you both for saving him.
Ah, el desgraciado que salvamos. Estaba allá, encerrado.
Many of the best goods in our store were found by Uncle Mung. If anything were to happen to him, it would be impossible for us to continue doing business.
Buena.
Here, this container is itself an antique, with at least 140 years of history. It's already been cleaned. Will it do?
¿Una caja?
Yep. It's great!
Yeah.
Hang on a moment. Could we borrow one other thing?
Estamos pa' tú a Paimon.
Sure, please help yourselves, as long as it's on our shelves.
Traveler, this clay pot looks really awesome.
¿Y para qué quieres un jarrón?
If we use an antique as our mixing bowl, we should be able to make a great snack. It's done! The one and only sugar-frosted slime!
¿Verdad que tiene que ser slime
Into the
confitado?
box it goes and dust it over with a bit.
Oh, yes. You might want to use these 2 freshly picked flowers as decorations, too.
Yeah.
Woohoo! It looks beautiful!
La verdad que está bonito. Está bonito el dibujo.
Great! Now that we've put all that we've got into this box, let's go to the...
Vamos a la cámara de Jade. Y se acaban de liberar más misiones. Mientras no bloqueen las misiones principales, give me the misión.
Told you I'd win.
¿Qué ocurre? Mi trabajo no me interesa. Ya.
But you didn't let me finish.
No se ve muy complicado, lo vamos a hacer al tiro. Pero, letrero, amigo, por favor, no moleste.
Bet you can't keep up with me.
Y a volar, y a volar. Buenas. No, muchos informes. No, muchos informes. No. No. Oh, qué respuesta más desgraciada. Ya voy a responder esto. Ya. Puta, pero si son mucha carga de trabajo, tienen que mandar a alguien o pedir ayuda, po. Vamos, vamos. Hola. Mm. Pero amigo, ¿por qué me das estas respuestas? Buena. Tal vez tiene razón. ¿Qué pasa acá ahora? ¿Por qué está saltando? ¿Le gusta el quitasol? Yo de la nada se puso a saltar y se va. Qué cabra más aleatorio, ¿eh? Cualquier plan es mejor que ningún plan. No hay nada malo en tu plan. Nada. Mm. ¿Listo? Listo. Bueno, el cabro de allá se me enojó un poquito, pero esta cabra fue más comprensiva. Y eso que la respuesta era más desagradable con la mina.
I'll race you there.
Ay, qué cosas, ¿no? Para acá, para acá. Y... ay, que llegó justito. ¿Cómo está, señora? Me dieron comida. Me han pagado con comida, hermano. Estoy feliz. Y ahora sí. A lo que se supone que veníamos. Que era... por allá. Vamos. Démosle,
I
démosle.
won't let you down.
¿Quieren? Y eso... Te veo. Bajando. Bajando. Buenas.
According to Kuching, this is what we should say. Excuse me, do you sell the moon here?
Yes. How many would you like?
It's not convenient to speak of numbers here.
Ah, well said. Please, use this to ascend to the chamber. Yes, speaking of which, are you two the guests that Lady Ningguang has arranged to meet with today?
Se supone.
Yep.
And yet the code they used was not the one for guests, but for the Yuheng. What's going on here?
Ok. Amigo, si usted no sabe, menos yo. Oh, cinemática. No, me
I've been
gustó la
waiting
niña
for
lente.
you, returnee from Jueyun Karst.
¿Qué onda tu voz?
It's Ningguang.
New one.
Since this is our first meeting, we've prepared a gift. I hope you like it.
Oh, for me. You have my thanks. It seems that I have made things difficult for you, considering that you were supposed to be my guests.
Un poquito.
Oh no, it's nothing.
This palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any mountain. From this vantage point, one may survey all of Liyue.
Sí.
I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchant's craft. And since becoming the Tianjuan, I have spared no effort in hiring the best craftsmen to At first, it was but the size of one room. Now, it is large enough to blot out the moon in the skies above Liyue.
Y dejar con sombra mucho buena ahí abajo.
One day, I believe it will overshadow all 7 nations. Not many from outside Liyue earn the right to ascend to the Jade Chamber. But I have been in correspondence with the acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, who spoke highly of you.
Oh, qué buena onda la cabra.
As such, I have been putting eyes and ears out ever since you reached Liyue.
What?
And I finally got wind of your movements when you were on the way to Wangshu Inn.
Wait, was Vergoldet one of your
Just Vergoldet? No.
Me estoy perdiendo.
Everyone at Wangshu Inn is one of ours.
Oh, qué lindo cuadro. Toda la posada Wanchu es de los nuestros. ¿Sabes que me perdí? No sé de qué me hablas.
At the Guizhang Ballista, yes?
You weren't peeking on us from the skies the whole time, were you?
I fear that peeking would have been a little difficult from this altitude. Our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You two are very interesting people, after all. It would be natural to take an interest. Well, I wouldn't expect you to trust us, considering that you have had far more interactions with the Adepti. The reason I invited you here was to clear up some misunderstandings.
Ya. Baichi y Baiwen. Secretaria de la Cámara de Javier. Oh, pero uno tiene lente. Y el otro no tiene lente y el cabello es distinto. Me gustaron los dos diseños. Bueno, ¿usted tiene algo que decir?
I believe that you've heard of the Archon War.
Me suena.
Many gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that did not abate until 2,000 years ago. Much blood was shed, and many lives were lost. In the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Tevat. They built cities and nations on the corpses of the vanquished, and thus began the era of the... You can see Goyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. It is no natural rock formation. Those are giant spears of rock hurled by Rex Lapis during the war. Beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days, gods that failed to seize the title of Archon.
Me ha llegado correo.
Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the Seven changed over the last 2 millennia. Rex Lapis's passing is an unimaginable disaster for Liyue. Another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis? When that time comes, the relationship between the people of Liyue and the gods and Adepti will surely be different from before. Even in a new era, the Liyue Qixing remain Rex Lapis's former subjects. Do you really think us capable of having played a part in his demise? Of lacking the foresight to see the certain repercussions? That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. Even I was caught completely off guard. You were there. You no doubt saw.
Me ha llegado otro correo.
But our enemy has long lain hidden within the harbor. If we do not act against them now, they will surely gain the upper hand. Hiding the Exuvio was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative back.
Who's this enemy you're talking about?
Y los malos malosos.
What do
Ni
you
puta idea
think,
quiénes son.
traveler?
Huh? What are you two talking about?
Ni puta idea, Baimon. También estoy perdido.
Well answered.
Huh?
The scenery out here is fine indeed, but the wind is a little strong. Our preparations to receive guests within are complete. So
Pero
please,
cuenten, pues, ¿de qué están
this
hablando?
way.
No me puedo tirar, ¿cierto? Tu. No. Ay, que soy estúpido.
Wowee! What a huge hall! Paimon's never seen such a fancy place before.
Ok. Hola.
Be at ease, you two. Make yourselves at home if you wish.
Ok.
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends. And when friends come over to play, are enjoying.
Ooh! Isn't this that legendary wall?
Why, you've kept your ear to the ground, I see.
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone's after a piece of paper from that wall. It's super famous.
That's because that wall records Leo's secrets. Merchants have always been attracted to secrets.
Yeah.
But the secrets of the mercantile world are of no interest to you, are they, traveler? You're rather special, really. And if possible, I'd like to have your trust. But if you were to choose the more trustworthy person between myself and Kuching... You'd pick Kuching? Nah, I originally thought her a bit too hard-headed. With someone of her character on the Qixing, I've had some extra messes to clean up behind the scenes. But after she said those words, the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future well, I must say that quite a few of my doubts have been dispelled. I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous to us. But, for Liyue's sake, we cannot allow ourselves to be shackled by rumors of our usurpation of power.
Ok. O sea, a ella le conviene que haya muerto, pero no están felices de que haya muerto.
Indeed. It seems that you understood what I meant to say. I called for the gag order and for the exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation, and also to prevent something similar with Rex Lapis's death. The Fatui have busied themselves with many clandestine actions beyond their diplomatic remit. As the Tianquan, one responsible for Liyue, I cannot be too
Creo que voy
concerned with
entendiendo.
appearances when allowing the rite of parting to take place was also meant to buy some time for us to take control of Liyue's administration.
It's exactly as Zhongli said. The Qixing only provided the venue for their rite so they could use us for their own ends. Wait, that's right. Speaking of ends, could I say one other thing?
¿Qué vas a decir, Paimon?
Of course.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in return. So, does that include us?
It's all right. I like direct people. Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently. How about this? You can pick any one object here as you please.
¿Me puedo
And
llevar a
you
la
may
cabra
take
de
it with
lente?
you.
Ah, bonita.
Paimon was just waiting for you to say that. Let's see, what should we get?
Me gusta cuando hace Paimon, hace como...
One of the sheets on that wall. Don't look at Paimon like that. One of these sheets of paper will sell for crazy prices, even if it's only as large as Paimon's finger. Just imagine how much more a whole untorn sheet would sell. Let's grab one, the biggest one.
Ok.
Huh? Well, that was an easy search. The biggest sheet is right up there in the most obvious spot. Let's go with that one. La 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 la. Let's see what's written on it. Huh? There's a place marked with a circle on here. Oh, could it be treasure? Whatever it is, it better make us filthy rich. Let's see what's written
Que
over
tiene la bolsa este
here.
desgraciado.
Sigil of permission, something, something, Fatui, research, copy. Huh? Aw, that doesn't sound like treasure at all.
Oh, triste.
This piece of paper shows that a Qixing spy discovered traces of classified Fatui research on the Sigil of permission.
Pero se ve interesante, ¿eh?
Oh, Ningguang did say that the Fatui have been up to all kinds of mischief in the shadows of Liyue. Spreading rumors, wanting to put research on the Sigil of permission. Paimon wonders what they're up to. Speaking of which, there's also some connection between you and the Sigil of permission. Seems there's still more for us to find out. Oh, you really think so? Well, should we not go then? Oh, so you're saying that it's precisely because we can't completely trust Ningguang that we should confirm the truth of what she said? That's way out of Paimon's league. Paimon thinks she's been nothing but good to us.
No tengo ni puta idea.
Anyway, we'll see if you're onto something. Before we look for Zhongli at Dihua Marsh, let's go to the place marked out on these papers and see if the...
Ok. Vamos a sapear a los Futai, ¿no? Tau, Futai, Futua. ¿Cómo se llamaban los culiados? Se me olvidó. Vamos por acá. Oh, encontré un cofre. Gracias. No, esto es bueno que me cargue.
There really were Fatui at the location written down on this piece of paper. And they look really mad at us too.
¿En serio los compas no están haciendo nada? No, los compas están viendo cómo matamos a su compa y no hacen nada.
With all my strength. This dance is for you.
De hecho, ahora que murió el desgraciado, se puso a ayudar. Qué mala onda el compa. ¡Ay! Que me pegan. Por estar hablando, weón. Un cofre. ¿Cómo está, señor? ¡Ay, ay, 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 ay! Ay. ¡No! Justo se agachó el desgraciado. ¡Ay, esquivado! Puta. Tome, señor. ¡Oh, mira, señor, tengo un conejo! ¡Ay, qué señor! ¡No, pero señor, el conejo, el conejo! Bien, 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 bien. La espaldita. Oh, me fallé. Ay, congelado.
Can't handle your drink.
I slipped up.
Bet you can't keep up with me.
Calentito. Calentito. Toma, señor, un conejo. Pégale al conejo, al conejo, al conejo. ¡Ah! Electrocutado. Y el cabro allá tampoco hizo nada. Pero antes de eso quiero ir a recoger este cofre que está acá. ¿Cómo está, cabro? ¿Los quemo un poquito? Gracias. Uno muerto y falta usted. Venga por acá. ¿Cómo está, señor? Falta usted nomás. Abajo. Gracias. Cofre que tiene usted, no tiene nada interesante. Me llevo eso. Y ahora sigamos con la misión que es... Aunque técnicamente no tengo que pitearme los desgraciados. Puedo avanzar sin piteármelos. Yo tengo que investigar, no tengo que... pitearme. Y acá hay un cosito de viento, a ver. Vientito. Sacarina, activa eso, por favor. Gracias. Ok. No sé lo que hace. Pero hablando de esto, tengo que ver las fotogemas. Creo que tengo para tirar. No, me quedan 5. Y acá, mira, puedo tirar de acá. Pero antes, comprar acá. ¿Cuántas puedo comprar? Una. Me faltan 4 y puedo tirar en la de evento. Pero voy a lanzar estas 10 de acá. Vamos a ver qué me dan. Ay, ¿qué saco? Una espada surcacielos. Un orbe esmeralda. Buena, el arco de sacrificio. Una espada sangriente. Cuento del cazador. Una espada surcacielos. Otro surcacielos. Una guía mágica. Buena, sacamos un ojo de eficacia. Podría dárselo a la sacarina. Creo que ella no tiene arma 4 estrellas. Una basura. Bueno, sacamos 2 armas. Si me gano la arquera de fuego, ya le tengo un arco por ahí, ¿ya? Qué hermoso. Y con la tienda puedo comprar otro de esto, ¿no?
I feel like running.
Quedamos sin moneda. ¿Usted, señor, se me queda allá? Vale, gracias.
I'll race you there.
Puta, ¿en serio, Superwoman? ¿Quién me vio? Ah, está lleno de desgraciados esto. Paso ustedes. Yo... Puta la wea. Ah, weón desagradable.
Let's move.
All eyes on me. Positions. Yeah. Yeah.
¿Qué?
Detoxifying heat.
Bueno, no le hice nada de daño, ¿qué onda?
Eyes on me.
You need to hurry up.
¿Quién?
With all my strength.
Hermano, ¿por qué? ¿Se recuperó?
Positions.
Shouldn't get careless.
Que no moleste. Que el gordito no moleste. Ya, está medio muerto. Gracias. ¡No! ¡Se cayó! ¿Cómo está, amiguito? No, a pelear con usted.
No escape.
Vamos, vamos.
Time to fulfill my duty. Not breaking a sweat.
El reclutó. Ah.
Look at you, booze hound. Yeah. Here. Yeah.
Escudo de mierda, en serio. ¿En serio no lo va a dar el escudo? Oh, lo rompió el escudo, bueno.
My duty.
Adiós, gordito. ¿Cómo? Ok. Ahora sí me van a dejar sapear tranquilo. Amigo, no veo, no veo. No. Amigo. ¿Dónde estoy? Ahí sí. No, Amber, ¿qué te pasó? No, amiga. F. Gracias. Ya, sé que mejor me voy por un lugar seguro. Ya. Ahora sí. ¿Qué hay acá?
There are so many talismans here. And some stacks of blank paper too. What are they for?
¿Quién camina?
Paimon's seen this pattern before. But where? Oh, Paimon knows! It looks just like the sigil of permission the child gave you. But how did a relic of the Adepti end up in the hands of someone like Child? Oh, that's right. Cloud Retainer said that when the Lord of Geo created the Sigil of Permission, it wasn't to be used as some old relic. Talismans like that were once used in the Archon War to channel divine powers.
¿Quién camina por acá?
Maybe the Fatui are copying the Sigil of Permission
¿Es
in
día mío
hopes
o
of
alguien pasó para allá
achieving a
caminando?
similar effect.
Ahora no se escuchan pasos.
Being able to channel divine power in battle? Whew, that sounds pretty dangerous. And the plot thickens. We'll need to keep an eye on Child, that's for sure. Alright, that's enough sticking around here. We gotta go meet up with Zhang. The last stop on our rite of parting preparations tour is Dihua Marsh. Let's go! Paimon hit.
Oye, llegaste tarde. ¿Qué comida? ¿Quién caminaba por acá? ¿Es de mí o hay gente allá? ¡No! Les di. No, ¿peleas con ellos? Ah, ese one que está ahí era el que me estaba saqueando. ¿Y cómo están, cabros? Yo se me caigo el hoyo. Me pegaste con una flecha. Amiguito. ¿Qué es esto, Jito? ¿Una millón? Un cofre.
Huh, where have you been hiding?
Ahora faltan los de acá arriba. ¡Comando, señor! Gracias. Pobrecito.
Nice. I'm starting to lose count.
¿Quiere pelear conmigo, señor? Sí, yo no quiero pelear con usted. ¿Se aburrió? Se aburrió. Ok. ¿Dónde es que ir? Para acá. ¿Llegaré de acá? Yo creo que sí. ¡Un señor robot! Vale. Ahora hay que pelear con él. ¡Apagado!
Let it rain. Power that ended fight. Positions.
Aprovechemos esto.
This dance is for you.
Ahora. ¡Ah, para que sí! ¡Ay! ¡Ay! Casi esquivado. ¡No! Fallé. Golpea y esquiva. Bien, apagado.
No escape.
Y se me muere. Gracias. Muchas gracias, señor. No, se queda en el pasto. Amber, ¿quieres? Listo. Vámonos. ¿Dónde hay que ir? Estamos cerquita. Cofres por acá. No. Y a volar, y a volar, y a volar. ¿Llegamos, llegamos? No, no llegamos. Buenas, buenas.
Right on time. I myself only arrived moments ago.
Buena. Yo pude haber llegado mucho antes, pero estaba pajeado. Estaba pajeado.
Did you enjoy your visit to the Jade Chamber?
Sí, estaba bonito.
It was so big and pretty and expensive. Paimon's never seen such a fancy schmancy place before.
Indeed. It's second to none in all of Liyue.
Me quedé sin batería. ¡Au! Que me pegó. Hola, hola, hola. Bien.
Then you met with Ningguang, I trust?
Bien, bien.
What did you talk
Buena
about
onda la
with her?
diva.
She's super rich and so generous. Paimon thinks she's very... Yeah, his take on Ningguang is quite different from Paimon's. He thinks that even the tactless Yuheng is more trustworthy than her.
Oh. So you also met with Keqing then? What did she have to say?
Sinceramente no me acuerdo.
She said the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue?
No respect for the divine. Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Keqing, Ningguang is more of a businesswoman at heart, though they are both members of the Qixing. Although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true intentions. Yes, she has only relied on herself to rise to her current position. No ordinary person could ever achieve that. It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber. It's the second most important thing to her. Even if she ever gave up the position of Tianquan, she would never give up the Jade Chamber.
Ya.
The Jade Chamber is only second. What's the most important thing to her then?
Why, Mora, of course.
La plata, la plata.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that. She said that after Rex Lapis was murdered, the Fatui have constantly been trying to...
That is how the Fatui have always been. It doesn't surprise me in the least. No matter what they may be planning, you must be careful when dealing with the Fatui.
Los futuros son esos
Always
buenos
be on your
que...
guard.
A lo que ataqueó, ¿no? Esos buenos raros.
So, is there anything we need to get for the rite of parting in Dihua Marsh?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is. Today, we'll be gathering wild glaze lilies.
Lirios de cristal salvaje.
Glaze lilies. But why did we come all the way out here? Doesn't the garden in Yujing Terrace have some? Even Qing's... Oh, right! Paimon remembers that Madame Ping is always tending to flowers. Maybe...
No, those lilies have all been gardened by
Tienen que
people.
ser salvajes.
They won't do. Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is a sort of joyful flower that listens to human song. Before the Archon War, Dihua Marsh was all dry land and fertile soil. But the war caused landslides, and the land was flooded, turning it into the marsh you see now. Nearly all. Of course, there are some kinds of flowers that have been preserved and gardened by people in the city. But very few people know that glaze lilies may still be found in the wild.
Ya.
Wild glaze lilies have the strongest fragrance. If we want to follow the true tradition of the rite of parting, we must grind up the wild lilies and place the powder in a censer of everlasting. But I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers.
¿Esto es que lo recoja? Gigante.
That's
Ah, sí, de verdad.
correct.
Te voy a cantar.
Your singing will surely bring out the strongest fragrance.
So how good is your singing? Really? Why doesn't Paimon believe
Yo
you?
soy un mudo.
We'll only know once he starts singing.
Ok, voy y vuelvo. Tengo que dar los remedios a mi perro. ¿Qué pasa, revistó? Ah, qué lindo. Está incómodo ahí, Rito. Sí, sí, pues más cómodo. Ahora, a mimir. He vuelto. Tengo que ir para allá. Y de hecho, creo que allá se ve un cofre. Vamos por el cofre primero. ¿Cómo está, señor? Electrocutado. No, te quema. ¡Oh! Yo también electrocuto. ¿Cómo está, señor? Gracias. ¡Ay! Buena. A mojarlo, a mojarlo. Uy, esquivado. Venga para acá, señor. Gracias. Me robo las cositas que tengo.
Let me help you pack this up.
No tenía muchas cosas el cosito. Así. ¿Dónde hay que ir? Ah, amigo. Ok. ¿Toca nadar? Claro, que sea bueno. A nadar, a nadar, a nadar. Ok.
It's time to sing whenever you're ready.
Ehem.
Da 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 da.
What happened?
Chicha.
These flowers are jumping. They look really
Ow.
angry. Is it because you sang a song of Mondstadt that they don't understand here in Lille?
No, no leí nada. Estaba. Vuelta.
Positions.
Gracias.
Dance with the waves.
Vamos, una planta menos. ¡Au! No, vamos a que matar una. Hay que matar por lo menos una. ¡Ah! Justo se escondió el desgraciado.
Can't handle your drink.
Una muerta. No, no se cure, no se cure. Ya, hay que wear. Ustedes muérese, por favor. Gracias. Me queda uno más.
No escape.
Y cuidado. Uy, resistió. Bueno, bueno. ¡Ay, se murió! Bueno.
Those those weren't glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
¿Qué flor tan agresiva?
This little monster is known as a whopper flower. Strange. These petals look interesting.
¿En serio?
The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have surprisingly potent medicinal value. Let's collect what we can of these petals.
Vale.
Well, that's nice and all, but will those petals be useful for the right...
Unfortunately,
Oh.
no.
That's so lame.
Excuse me. Are you searching for glaze lilies?
Sí.
Oh, hey, it's... What's her face? Paimon can't remember.
¿Ganju o Yang? ¿Yangu o Ganju? Suena más que Yangu, lo hacen Ganju.
Hello, traveler. I'm surprised you still remember my name.
Oh, ¿de verdad era así?
That reminds me. How was your visit to the Jade Chamber?
Está bonito.
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to get up there.
Didn't I tell you the way? Surely...
Nope, we found the way on our own.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I really did forget to tell them.
Amiga, solo tenías un trabajo.
Something seems a little off about Ganyu. She's acting different from the first time we met. Where's her serious attitude now?
Ah, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan. But now, I am simply out on a stroll to see the flowers.
Una actitud para el trabajo y otra actitud completamente diferente cuando no está en el trabajo. Como un profe que tenía, que era un conche su madre en clase, pero fuera de clase el bueno era ultra simpático.
You came all the way out here to see the flowers? Why not just enjoy the gardens of the city?
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. If I strolled through those lonely gardens now, I wouldn't be able to bear
Oh,
it.
pobrecita.
Whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these days, I draw the windows to block my view of the garden.
Oh, sorry. We shouldn't have brought it up.
Nada, pues se supera, un dios más, un dios menos. ¿Cuánta
No,
diferencia?
it's quite all right. I just haven't... When the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago, the first iteration of the Seven would gather in Liyue and drink with Rex Lapis. But 5 of those original 7 had already passed before... Yes. Now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the heavens, only Barbados of Mondstadt remains of the first
Barbados.
7. The other 5, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer the same friends from 2,000 years ago. Of the current 7 Archons, the youngest is Sumeru's god of Dendro. She is merely 500 years old, whereas Rex Lapis was more than 6,000 years old at the time of his passing.
Ah, chucha. Se compara con eso, es una cabra chico.
This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first founded 3,700 years ago. The city has never had to bid farewell to its deity.
Bueno, siempre hay la primera vez. Perdón.
So what do you think of this farewell?
Huh? This is a little sudden. As a mortal, I've never dared to imagine a Liyue without Rex Lapis.
Qué triste, amiga. Lo siento.
But as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality. Since Rex Lapis has passed, the time of Liyue's contract with the gods and Adepti has now reached its end.
Rex Lapis.
Huh? Did you just say as an Adeptus?
Yes, I am a mix of human and Chilean. Adeptus blood flows through my veins. I fought for Rex Lapis and the city of Liyue during the Archon War.
Ya.
After the war ended, I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Chising. I've continued those duties to this very day. Well, let's save that conversation for another day. You say that you are here looking for glaze lilies?
Por favor, denme esas mierdas que quiero continuar con la historia.
I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found. See, I've just picked one myself. Here, you may have it if you wish.
Oh, pero qué buen servicio.
We dare not refuse it.
Oh, so did you sing a song before you picked the lily?
Indeed, I did. I know this tradition well. In fact, I sang a local Liyue ballad to it.
¿Me lo puedes decir, por favor?
Wow, so you really know your stuff, too.
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance meeting, I never thought that I would be able to contribute to the upcoming farewell for our ancient lord.
Mira cómo son las cosas.
If you would excuse me, I should return to my work now. Good luck.
Oye, pero dame la flor, pues, desgraciado.
And that just about does it. Our preparations for the rite of parting are mostly finished.
Solo bastaba con una. Buena.
Given the ease of picking glaze lilies, I think this was a fitting end to our tasks, in more ways than one.
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine him starting a business in Liyue.
I've had enough ventures in my life. Beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first,
Sí.
and requires no small amount of effort. So you must be careful to take the time to step back and re-examine yourself.
Wow. See? Zhongli sounds... Alright, I think it's about time we head back to...
Hagamos el puto ritual que hemos estado como 2 semanas con esta mierda. Vamos. En serio no descubriste, ¿sí? ¿Qué? Llegaré desde acá. Llegaré volando. Puede que sí, puede que llegue volando. Ah, pero amigo. Suba, suba, suba. ¿Y por qué estoy con ella y no con esta? Hola.
Get ready for the gliding champion of Mondstadt.
Ah, este era gordito con el que jugamos a la escondida. Mira, me falta un fantasmita. Oh, un rábano. Ah, no, era una zanahoria. A ver, el señor fantasma debe estar por acá cerca. ¿O no? ¿Hay algún señor fantasma por aquí? ¿No? Con los que nunca están tan lejos. ¿Será que está acá arriba? Gracias. Señor fantasma, ¿está por aquí de casualidad? Señor fantasma. ¿Aló? Era como para dejar un señor fantasma por acá, ¿no? Ah, un desgraciado, está bailando. ¿Para qué molestarlo? No sé que podría encontrar un fantasma por acá, pero... Y sé dónde mierda estará el señor. Hay un señor fantasma. Ojalá lo encuentre algún día. Yo tengo que ir para allá. Todo para allá. Ok. Ok. Y bajando. ¡Ah, arriba!
What happened? The city gate is
Buenas.
swollen with the Fatui?
¿En Fatui?
This atmosphere is highly abnormal. It seems as though something big has happened. We should ask around a little, just to be safe.
¿Cómo está el señor Fatui?
Ah, you're the consultant to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Mr. Zhongli, I presume.
Sí.
The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times. We mustn't act rashly.
Es un ribito aquí. Ya lo dejo dormir mejor.
Desperate times?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the move.
Ya.
Do they intend to exercise force?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. Well, I say meet, but it's more like they're attempting to stall the Adepti outside the city. However, both sides were quite obstinate and hit an impasse.
It seems inevitable, given the current situation.
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo-Archon. If the two sides come to blows, Liyue Harbor will be in no position to stop them.
Es que me estoy triple perdido, a ver. Los adeptus, no sé quiénes son los adeptus. Pensé que los dioses eran los adeptus, pero no. Y estos son los Fatui. Ok. Los buenos tenían como contratos con los dioses, pero no con los 7 desgraciados.
Surely the Liyue Qixing are not the sort to give in so easily.
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the lands. Yet it's because of that obstinacy that mortals and Adepti are now on the verge of conflict.
And what now? How is it that the Fatui have come under fire?
That's all Ningguang's doing.
Ok.
She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millilith must rein in the actions of the Fatui. Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? That's the Qixing for you. Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates. Please understand that your actions will reflect on us. Don't let anyone catch you off guard.
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between both sides? Or will you use your sword to turn the balance? Neither path is an easy one.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor has also been caught up in all of this. They're currently squaring off with the authorities at the gates.
Things are taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. I hope that Master Hu has been able to keep things under control. Consider your next course of action carefully, Traveler. If you're trying to prevent an explosion, it may be wisest to look for the fuse first.
Having connections with the Fatui seems to be quite the double-edged sword.
La verdad es que sí.
So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse? Oh, Paimon gets it. If there's anyone that wants to see the whole city turned upside down, it's definitely him. He must be waiting for the moment when no one is watching to do something really bad. But where could we find him now? Where would he go at a time like this?
¿A comer? ¿Dónde hay que ir? ¿Y qué hay acá? Ahorramos un poquito de camino. O podría llegar volando de acá, ¿no? Ah, voy por acá. Me gusta volar. Bueno, técnicamente es planear, pero... ¿Me entiendes? Mira, ya hay un cofre. Ya vamos al cofre. Nos desviamos un poquito, vamos al cofrecito. Cofrecito, cofrecito. Estos son estos culiados, me cargan esos saqueadores. Bueno, ya estamos acá, así que vamos a darle cariño a estos desgraciados. ¿Dónde estás? ¿Quién es ese? Oh, le llegó ese. ¡Au! Como el conejo.
Let's end this quickly.
Power that ended up with all my strength. Ha!
Casi no le hice nada, weón.
Let's not waste time.
¡Ay, ay, ay!
Let it rain.
¿Quién me pegó?
Let's end this quickly.
Puta, en serio fallé. ¡Ay, ay, ay! Tome, señor. ¡Ay! No, a ver cómo me pegó. Casi me manda la chucha. ¡Ay, ay, ay!
Let's not waste time.
Not so hard.
Como que lo voy a matar antes de quitarle el escudo. ¿Qué tenemos para comer? Como podrán ver, como tú también.
Let's end this quickly.
De verdad se va a morir antes de que le rompa el escudo.
I guess this is
No. No. En serio, 3 flechas para allá. Puta la guay que soy un penca. ¿Qué chucha fue eso?
That seemed to work.
Let it rain. To ashes. Positions. Yeah. Let me help you pack this up.
Gracias. Gracias. Muchas gracias. Eso fue raro. Porque estábamos peleando de lo más bien ahí, po. Como para que después se buguee y se devuelva al refugio. Ok, había un cosito abajo. Vamos, vamos, Amber, tú puedes. Llegamos, yo creo que sí. Turuturu, tu. Turuturu, tu. Todo esto me estoy escuchando. ¿Hola? Ah, sí. Casi llegamos. Espérate, ¿es un dominio? ¿Es un dominio? Bueno, vamos.
Wow! This is the golden house? It looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed that it was even fancier on the inside?
Tanto oro.
And so full of mora. This is where all of Tibet's mora is minted, right? In that case, maybe they won't notice if a few mora go missing. Oh, so it's a trap! Tricky, tricky. Good thing Paimon's got you here.
Hermano, ya hubieras robado todo acá, te hubieran pillado el toque.
But even if we can't take any, we can still have a closer look, right? Or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of mora. It's like a dream come true. Oh, right. Back to it's quiet. Too quiet. Surely someone's gotta be guarding something as important as the Exuvia.
La verdad que sí.
Huh? Look! What happened here? Uh-oh. Paimon smells trouble. Quick! We have to go make sure that the Exuvia is all right.
Ok. Tiene pinta de sala de jefe, ¿eh? Esto me recuerda a un escenario de Mega Man Legend 2.
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here? Haven't you already seen enough trouble for today?
¿Quién habla?
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself.
¿No era bueno? ¿Era malo?
But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way. Although I'm deeply grateful to you that I was able to effortlessly find this secret location.
Yeah.
Don't you think that trying to stop me now would just be wasted effort? Stopping the Mora Mints, hiding away the Exuvia. The Chising are really pulling out all the stops this time.
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my duty to see the will of the Tsaritsa fulfilled.
Yeah.
She will get that which she desires. I'm not asking for your blessing, and there's nothing you can do to stop me anyway.
Pelea, 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 pelea,
The
pelea.
time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, if it were up to me, I would have skipped that stage to be either way. We now come to my favorite part.
The battle.
Battle.
Battle? So you're the type that goes looking for trouble, huh?
You could say that. When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, she swiftly left the scene once her mission was accomplished. Instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. She wouldn't want the knights to come running towards the sound of battle now. When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission, weigh the outcomes, and consider the... But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a harbinger lies in crossing blades with strong...
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever happen again!
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. I won't kill you, traveler. I'll just play along. To feel the thrill of
Qué buena
battle.
onda, señor. Deme ventaja nomás. Yo lo doy permiso.
Besides, you could never defeat me, not even in your wildest dreams. But hey, try to relish the fight anyway. Fighting talk, I love it. Now let's see you live up to it.
Vamos a la pelea.
This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got.
Au, au.
So very few ever get the chance to square off with a Fatui Harbinger.
Podría-
So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint.
Pensé que iba a ser de fuego.
Time, a fine opportunity. How unbecoming.
Ay, ay. No, desapareció. Hola. Toma, te voy a dejar un
Try
momento.
this.
Look at you, Bootown!
Mira quién maricó. Au, au, au.
All eyes on me! With all my strength! Ha!
Jugando no hace nada.
Yeah! Get him!
A clear shot.
¿Qué? ¡Mierda fue eso!
So quick to flee.
Puta, pero chúntale.
Not so hard!
Chucha, me van a matar. No, me van a matar.
Cowering
¿De qué?
already?
¿Cómo hago algo por mientras? Ya que estoy un poquito moricido. Amber. Me hace la mierda. También. Yo también. A ver, podríamos comer algo de potencia. Nunca como estas mierdas de potencia. A ver. Disminuye el consumo de aguante de escalar de pintar. No. No. Como uno de esos y... Como eso. Ay, 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 ay. ¿Cuántas flechas?
A clear shot.
¡Delfín! No, es una ballena.
You've made some progress. So quick to flee.
I'll race you there!
¡Le pegan el muñeco! No puedo engañar al desgraciado. ¿Cómo está, señora?
A fine opportunity. Try this. Passable effort.
¿Qué va a hacer? ¿Qué va a hacer? ¿Qué va a hacer?
Celestial Voyager.
¡Señora ballena! ¡Ballena! Puta, el desgraciado.
How unbecoming.
Power that ended up! Take positions!
Not bad, not bad. Not bad. You've got a trick or two.
¡No! ¡Qué mierda!
Wonder Senora was so
¡Me estoy
wary.
hueviando!
Well, that just means I can go all out.
¿Pero por qué recubre toda tu vida?
This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against
no?
the might of a harbinger.
No. Espera, ¿por qué se convirtió ahora en eléctrico? ¡Concha de tu madre!
No one escapes my sight. With all my strength.
Ay, ay, señora, cuidado. ¡Ay, ay! ¡Concha de tu madre!
Never surrender.
Puta, creo que me mató. Hermano, qué mierda, weón, súper rápido. Yo creo que me mató Amber. No. Pero me la dejó muricida. Ay. No, pero, amigo.
That's cheating.
Pero hermano.
Raging tide!
¿Cómo mierda la chunto se muy rápido?
Something else catch your eye?
Puta la weá. ¿Qué mierda?
Got you.
Puta la weá.
I'll race you there. Go, go, Barrett. Bet you can't keep up with me.
Che, tu madre.
No use hiding back there.
I'm a rock.
Raging
Go,
tide!
let's go.
Let's go, let's go.
All you do is run.
Got me that time.
Hermano, no sé cómo.
Got you.
I'm here.
No sé cómo esquivé eso, weá. La weá. No, pero hermano.
No use hiding back there.
¿Por qué no se puede? ¿Cómo esquivo tanta mierda, amigo? ¡Para! Che tu madre, que está complicada esta mierda.
I'll race you there.
Me gustaba más el de...
Bet you can't keep up with me. I'll race you there.
Got you.
No, pero que no la veo, mierda. Concha tu madre, que está complicado. Amigo, me van a matar. Ay.
Dance with the waves. Here. Yeah.
Es que no puedo chuntarla nada. Por la reconcha de tu madre, hijo de puta. Mano, no sé cómo esquivar nada. ¿Qué me está haciendo?
No use hiding back there.
¡Puta la weá!
Got you.
Sí, claro. Estoy tan enojado que ni siquiera puedo pronunciar palabras. Por la concha de tu madre.
No escape. Must keep.
No puedo esquivar ninguno de sus ataques. ¡Che tu madre! Vale por ese follow, amigo. Aquí estoy puteando a este jefe, bueno. Así me está matando toda mi gente. Pero si está muerta Amber, ¿qué onda? Es que no le puedo atinar con nada. Me gustaba más cuando era de agua. Pero ahora es muy rápido. Puta la wea, ya.
Draining.
Mátame. Ahora sí. Revivamos a Amber porque me la acaban de matar. Puta. Poquitos. Puta, sí, es que soy manco para estos juegos. Soy más de shooter, entonces me cuesta. A ver, ¿qué? ¿Puedo comer algo, pero no? ¿O ya está llenita? Ah, no, no tan lleno, bueno. Comer algo tú y te comiste el hambre. ¡No! ¡No! ¡Se me cerró el juego!
Not bad. Your
Lo
swordsmanship
chistoso es que lo que más le pegaba era agua. ¿Por qué?
But that's about as far as you'll get.
Se lanza fuego cuando tiene agüita, luego le mete eso.
Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia.
Solo teníamos un
Quiet
trabajo y la
down.
cagamos.
Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected. Well then, I'll be taking Morax's gnosis
La
now.
gnosis de...
I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
¡No! ¿Pero qué pasó? ¿Segunda batalla? Hermano, me gustaba como estaba antes. No, pero ¿qué es esto? ¿Cuánto? Ah, nombre culero raro que tiene.
This is going to cost you!
Hermano, rompiste la wea, no. Au. ¿Por qué Paimon se cayó si ella vuela? Si ella flota, ¿por qué se cayó? No, no puedo poner pausa. No, amigo.
You got to the gnosis ahead of me, didn't you?
Ay, ay.
Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? No matter.
Ay, conchito madre.
It's over now. Don't make me take it from you.
We didn't take it.
Au. Ay, ay, no, me gusta el agua. Ya me bañé hoy. ¿Por qué estoy con un cosito? Ay, ay, ay. Che, tu madre. Mano, ¿por qué se teleportea tanto? Ay, conchito, no está. Hermano, ¿por qué? Por la polita no. Puta la wea. No, no. ¡Ay! Ballena. Gracias. Ay, 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 ay. Corre, corre, corre. ¡Ay! Casi me llega. Ay, esquivado. ¡Ay, ay, ay! Oh, pero está quemado. Ay, 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 aprovecha, pégale, 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 pégale. Corre, 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 amigo. No sé qué pasó, pero creo que le hice daño. Ay, ay. Vamos. Lo estamos haciendo bien. Estamos haciendo bien. ¿Cómo está, señor? ¿Un abrazo? No, me voy, me voy. Ay, no alcanzo a arrancar. Tome, señor. No, pero fallé. Che, tu madre, amigo. No me mates a Amber, por favor. Ah, sí le puedo poner pausa. Bueno. Bajo esto. Ahí. ¿Qué está más? A ver. ¿Puedo aprovechar de comer algo más por acá? A ver. ¿Qué hay acá? Nunca ocupo estas cosas. Aumento la defensa. Aumento la defensa. A ver, ¿cómo vamos esto? ¿Cómo está, señor? Ay, ay. ¡Soy una ballena! ¡Ay, equivocado! ¿Cómo está, señor? Ah, vamos, vamos, vamos. ¡Ay, esquiva! Buena, buena. No, no, no. Hermano, ¿por qué por la espalda? ¡Corre, corre, corre! ¡Ay, buena! Vamos, vamos. Corre, corre, corre. Vamos, Amber.
Die here.
Falta poco, falta poco. ¡No! ¿Qué es esto? ¡Corre! ¡No! Pero... puta la wea. Justo, justo. ¿Por qué tengo que siempre fallar por poquito? ¡Ay! ¡Mátalo, mátalo, mátalo! Bien. Lo hemos matado. Así sí, po. Si se mueve más lentito es más fácil tirarle flechas, pero si se mueve tan rápido, no, po, no es divertido.
Look! Child's back to normal again!
Well then, time to cool off.
Vamos a calmarnos.
It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. I lacked the opportunity to think this through.
Yeah.
And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the Gnosis. You had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been taken.
That's what we've been trying to tell you! We didn't take it!
Yeah.
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be? You already know the answer, don't you? I can see it in your eyes. But if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my curiosity. This battle has already left me satisfied.
Hermano, rompiste el piso de arriba.
Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend, even if our friendship can only be shown in battle against one another.
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Paimon, tienes toda la razón.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an end. My quest still beckons. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. Perhaps it was never in the Exuvia to begin with.
Hermano, el juego está en español y ahora sí no entiendo muchas cosas.
In fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just a diversion of sorts.
What? So you mean that...
Yes, it appears so. Interesting to say the least.
Quizá simuló su muerte para algo. Ay, amigo, no entiendo nada.
It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little maneuvers beyond the boundaries of contracts. As such, we must now look to our backup plan.
Backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this, for the weak will be swept away in the process.
Amigo, creo que debería calmarse un poquito, ¿no?
The truth is, the world belongs to those who pursue strength. I seldom willingly involve myself with the weak.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui harbingers. Children must all learn to eat their vegetables sometime.
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyon's stone forest.
Despertaré al dios que yace en su letargo en la profundidad del bosque de piedra Buyu. Te puedo ayudar si quieres.
A god?
Osile, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the Geo-Archon, in the Archon War, and who has remained pinned beneath the waves by the Geo-Archon's stone spears ever since. If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, defenseless without the protection of its deity...
No, pues espérate, no, pues no, no tengo que hacer esto.
Do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the ensuing destruction?
Así harían salir al dios que está oculto simulando su muerte. Ya, pero no sé si esto es bueno o malo.
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How can an ancient god appear in a world now overseen by the Seven?
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey, those are sigils of permission.
Sellos de permiso.
Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed upon me as a harbinger by our Tsaritsa, breaking the subduing might of the Geo-Archon spears for a time should be no obstacle. Using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation fails to interest me, and is largely against my principles.
Pero es algo que tiene que hacer.
But knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo-Archon to show its hand, but you as well, that makes matters a little more intriguing.
Agüita. Oh, me recordó a Cayocres. ¡Un gigante!
Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on?
Esa cosa se mueve. ¿Oli? ¿Tendré que pelear con eso?
Paimon's exhausted.
Pero si usted flota solamente, ¿cómo va a estar cansado?
If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, we really wouldn't have known which way to go. Did we make it in time? Is the Overlord of the Vortex still in the sea? It hasn't destroyed Liyue yet, has it?
What are you doing here?
Nada, solo estamos de paso. ¿Por qué? ¿Usted quién es?
Huh?
Ah, sí, yo.
Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with the Chising. Is the fighting over?
La verdad es que estos buenos son los adeptos, pues. La señora esta buena de acá, el pájaro. Vale.
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite against this common enemy.
Entonces ya, a ver. Están los adeptos, están los Futua y los 7 desgraciados. Cuando los dioses dejaron de huevear, los 7 desgraciados estaban tomando el control. Los adeptos estaban parciales por el contrato que tenían con los dioses. Y los Futai o Futua son los enemigos al parecer, ya. Entonces, estos weones estaban peleando como se acabó el contrato, pero esta weá es más importante. Y el enemigo de mi enemigo es mi amigo, entonces. Puta la weá. Creo que es así. ¿Cómo está, señor? Escultor de la luna.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend Liyue? Just seeing this overlord of the vortex guy puts a pin in Paimon's tummy, even from all the way out here.
Abre la boquita.
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god's presence seems to be too much for ordinary people to handle.
¿Y quién no, po, weón? Yo veo una culebra gigante de agua pasando del mar y yo, no, a la mierda, po, weón. Digo, no, mira, ahí Kai Blue me quiere matar, no, yo a la chucha, po, weón. O era Tren Blue. Siempre me confundo cuál de los dos desgraciados era el que quería endotar todo. Creo que era Kai.
Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liyue Harbor.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like that thing? Now that's scary.
Tapiola.
So will the power of the Chising, Millilith, and Adepti gathered here be enough to stop that god?
Armada. Ah, las armadas son los desgraciados de abajo.
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is not necessarily.
Me van a mandar a mí a piteármelo, ¿cierto?
What? But all of you were supposed to be the guardians of Liyue.
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Chising did once research the matter of the Guizhong ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong ballista with one's own hands is here. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a little tinkering to turn this ballista into an engine of war beyond your wildest thoughts.
Me gusta.
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful for. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti here can lend their strength to man it. We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins now.
Yep.
¿Qué está yendo? Oh, bueno, con buena puntería.
The Fatui! They're attacking
Fatui.
the Guizhong ballista!
No, que vamos a tener que pelear. ¿Toca pelea o es cinemática? No, toca pelea. A pelear. Protege a los desgraciados. Ok. ¿Cómo está, señor? ¡Oye, pero ven para acá, desgraciado! ¡Ven para acá, mierda!
Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you? One wishes to witness.
Acá, mierda.
Eyes on me.
No, me están matando a la wea. Oye, oye, oye. La pelea conmigo.
Dance with the waves.
I miscalculated.
Ok. Si disparo yo. ¿Cómo están, señores? Ya tengo su atención. Amigo. Pero no le dispare yo.
Bet you can't keep up with me.
Ejecutado. Oh, amigo tiempo. Buena.
Not too far. Death.
¿Qué pasó?
That is Osial's divine power.
¿Va a disparar?
Very familiar.
¿Qué está haciendo?
Be careful not to get hit.
Che, tu madre me mandó a la chucha. Ah, tenía que haberme cubierto. ¡Ay, ay, ay!
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snatch knives.
Pero amigo, péguenme a mí, péguenme a mí.
Every last one.
Pero focuséenme a mí. Gracias.
The ancient gods attacking again. There are so many Fatui too. We can't look.
Ay, 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 ay. Che, tu madre.
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children?
No. Me van a matar a Pain. Está buena de nuevo. Por la chucha. Puta, ya me mataron a una desgracia. No, pero que amigo, pero es que los buenos no me focusean a mí, po. ¿Cómo es la cuestión?
You got me.
Don't lose heart.
No, weá. ¿Por qué no me quieren focusear a mí? ¿Cómo me lo tomo esto? Como eso. Como eso. A ver, este.
What? Here, take this.
This is Zapto energy. That light from your body. It's like the time in Julian Cars. Wow, it's Madame Pink's shockwave. This granny's really strong.
No, estoy tan concentrado que no estoy. Puta, ahí hay más desgraciado, en serio.
To ashes. With all my strength.
Amigos, péguenme a mí.
This dance is for you.
Miscalculated.
Venga para acá, señor. Cúrame. ¿O usted no me cubre?
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil. Cast your fear of injury by the wayside and fight with all your might.
Ah, sí,
I
me
too
está
did this
curando.
during the Archon War.
So this is what God
Vale.
is like in a fight.
¡No! ¡Che tu madre!
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast.
¡Ay! 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 ¡Au! ¡Au! ¡Vamos!
Giant, you are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can
Okay,
withstand
okay, me acaban de dar un
three
buff.
forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Digo, péguenme a mí, amigo.
Try to use them in
Péguenme a mí. Vale, vale. ¿Dónde hay más desgraciados? Hola. Ay, usted no la ha matado. Pero venga para acá, señora. Vamos, vamos, vamos. Que tu madre, estoy para embarrar. Se me muere, se me muere, se me muere usted también.
Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak.
In other words,
Vamos,
if we
vamos,
hold
vamos.
here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
¿Vienen acá? Creo que alguien me pegó. Hermano, no veo nada. ¿Qué está pasando aquí? Au. Ok. Mierda, están destruyendo aquí a este weón. No me dice nada. No, amigo. Resiste. Yo pensé que ya había terminado esto. Pero nunca había terminado. Ah, mierda, no veo nada. Hay mucha basura en pantalla, no me dejan ver.
This dance is for you. The Fatui's numbers are thinning.
Fight on, comrades. Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
No, este cuenta que se muere. ¿Faltan 10 segundos? ¿Eso es bueno o malo? Se murió.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
Oh, pero qué hermoso. Pero no lo han matado.
It's working! We
¿Oh,
just
sí?
need to keep this up!
Oh, oh. ¿Pero qué está haciendo? Vamos a morir, ¿cierto? Oh, 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 oh. No, se metieron en mi ballesta. No, estamos cayendo. Chucha. Hola, gracias.
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
No.
I understand.
Ya. Pero déjame salir.
Traveler, lend me a hand.
Salen, sacrifíquense ustedes, yo no. Yo quiero vivir.
Goodbye for
No,
now.
yo quiero vivir.
Let's meet again in
Sáquenme de acá. No. Ah, ya, vale. Va a sacrificar la cosa, no nosotros. No, se ando a mi casa, amigo. Ya. Por un segundo creí que se iba a sacrificar a ella también, junto con todos nosotros. Pero si no, no hubiera historia.
If you ever want...
Is it finally over?
Sí.
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been in great jeopardy.
Okay.
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we came.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade Chamber. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it has become the palace that lies before you now.
Bueno, podríamos decir que era.
It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liyue Qixing. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least some recognition, don't you agree?
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiations.
Madame Pink.
Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But please forgive us. We cannot yield to your wishes.
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue 3,700 years ago. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone, just as it was thousands of years before. This is truly no small feat. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those years ago.
¿A qué quieres llegar?
Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and each of the citizens that dwell within it.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
Amigo, no, estás hablando en español y aún así no te entiendo.
I mean no offense. I simply hope
¿Es de
that
mí
our
o
Adepti
hubo un popín
forebears
aquí?
would see Liyue in a new light.
Forebears, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
Yeah.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing generation of the Qixing leaves many things of value to be inherited by the next generation. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world. But I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence until the moment I awoke.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
¿Qué?
Right! That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Archon. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts of both, and that nothing good would come of it.
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such succor.
Amigo, usted recibe la ayuda, no sea arrogante.
All right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know I already have, so why not see for yourselves?
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millilith. I have come to extend my thanks to the Adepti. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last, but thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our forces were not as badly battered as I feared we might be.
Okay.
Although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line and never betray the grace given to us by the illuminated Adepti this day.
Huh? Why does everyone look so down? Didn't we just beat that big monster?
¿Quién es este tipo?
Weren't you frightened, dear? It was quite the predicament.
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millilith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their visions were there. Everyone was there. When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys and tasty snacks and loads of things that make the harbor so pretty.
Yeah.
Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please come visit us for the next lantern rite.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Nah, pero no sean tan pesados.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. It must be hard being an Adeptus.
Pobrecita.
Aww.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. But it is no longer necessary for the city to rely on the Adepti's power to solve every little niggling matter. Although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be found in those we call mortals. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now is the time of contracts between Liyue and its people.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you say so, Cloud Retainer?
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue Harbor.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Let us return now.
With weapons.
Eager to leave, conqueror of demons.
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. The city of Liyue has changed much after our long separation.
Pero si la visitaste como hace 1000 años, ¿no?
One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place beyond recognition. Fair enough.
Adiós.
Oh.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Chising will not simply exploit their power once we depart? In my view, that is still a thing to be guarded against.
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best left...
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. All's well that ends well, huh? Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting one thing. Child wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out. But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own. So Rex Lapis never showed up.
Claro.
Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that Archon's death too?
¿Chipo?
Hyman doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adeptiless Rite of Parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhang Li's gone.
En todo caso.
Let's ask for him at Wangshen Funeral Parlor.
La wea rara. Bueno, aquí. Ya, vamos por acá. Ir a la ciudad desde aquí es muy cómodo.
Oh no,
My uniform will get all wet.
Y a volar, y a volar. Ay, ay, ay. Estábamos en el puerto, pero ¿en qué puerto estábamos exactamente? Bajando. Arriba. Buenas, buenas.
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor isn't in the best state to receive guests.
Pero vengo por trabajo, señora. Déjese de molestar.
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him we're here?
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems he went to Northland Bank.
¿Al banco?
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui? Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the Golden House. Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? Visiting the Fatui at a time like this could only mean more trouble.
Sí, pues si ya los buenos atacaron, pues.
We had better go and make sure that everything is okay.
Ok.
I'll race you there.
What should I put in my
Au. Hola. Ah, pues esto ya lo habíamos leído. Yo quiero entrar. No quiero hablar contigo.
You call this cooperation between harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Mira, este bueno acá.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed that. Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And you! You're also one of the Harbingers?
Signora.
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? I'm glad you still remember my name. Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is certainly a bit awkward, wouldn't you say?
La verdad, sí. Es un poquito incómodo.
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally.
Bueno, técnicamente tiene razón.
Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle we had at the end.
Ah, pero estuvo divertido. Bueno, cuando eras de agua, pero cuando fuiste de electro, no me gustó mucho. Me va a llegar un correo, creo.
Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's up to you.
No, Rubito despertó. Ah, aquí está el cargador. Ah, no, este es el otro. Tengo un cargador perdido. Ok.
The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here.
¿Y qué venía a hacer, señora?
You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis, please.
What in the world are you talking about?
No, me estoy hueviendo que te no está traicionando.
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee. For my promise is solid as stone.
Uh-oh. ¿Qué flota esa cosa?
How sanctimonious.
¿Qué?
What? So you're the Lord of Chio?
¿Este bueno es la deidad?
No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract, for it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky and all of Lyric goes into an uproar. Talk about a disaster.
Sí, la verdad que sí.
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see, am I right?
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. It is now 3,700 years ago that I founded Liyue together with the Adepti.
Sí, eso me acuerdo.
Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come, until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You finished your duties." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my duties?
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart. Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Chising to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue. That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis until now.
Yeah.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Liyue back under control?
Of course, and it would have been all too easy for him too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
In the end, the resolution to all that has transpired was even more satisfactory than I could have hoped for. Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed the greatest amount of restraint possible. Not only did they manage to cooperate, credit is also due to Signora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo Archon to fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything she knew in strict confidence. This despite the eavesdropping ears of her colleague, Child. This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for joining me on this journey, traveler.
Ya. Voy entendiendo. Pero ¿por qué le diste esa cosa a esta tipa? Eso es lo que uno entiendo.
All of these things turned out as I had planned. There is only one thing that I had not anticipated, and that was the conduct of the Liyue. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. But when all was, they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue's divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain complete control of Liyue.
Yeah.
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all.
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most. As such, this is the best parting gift anyone could have given this god of old.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically kept me in the dark.
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to thank you for your performance, if anything. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo Archon, Liyue, would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight? Hey, haven't you learned the Liyue saying, don't always call it as you see
it? Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapoljarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa.
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Do as you wish.
Ya, pero ¿qué va a hacer la tipa con esa cajita o esa mierda que le quitó el dios? Ya tiene dos, pues tiene el del bardo culiao y el de este
Now
wea.
then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade for a Gnosis.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Yeah.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. If the deal was of no benefit, then I certainly would not be inclined to agree to it. My agreement with the Cryo Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo Archon. My contract to end all contracts. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
Me cuenta la sopa sin tanto complicaciones, hijo de puta.
Paimon can't absorb so much information at once. So, Zhongli, what sort of contract did you sign with the Cryo Archon?
One of the clauses of our contract was not to divulge any of its contents.
Qué desgracia.
You're so petty.
Ay, por la chucha.
Bet you can't keep up with me.
Vámonos de aquí, no vamos a sacar nada. Después de todo, ¿qué?
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
Bueno, hay que hacer la cuestión de la cosa, ¿no? Vamos.
I won't let you down.
Hay que hacer el ritual de ascensión, aunque realmente no está muerto. Abajo, arriba. Buenas, buenas.
Oh, well, since we're going through with this rite of parting, I guess it means that those rumors hit the nail on...
So Rex Lapis is really... But they didn't catch the...
Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin could have been a normal person? You know what I think? I don't think any of the gossip on the streets you hear from those shady types is worth anything. There's only one real possibility in my mind. I've heard that the assassin was that Fatui fellow. Youngish, pretty high in rank. I think they called him
Fatui? They certainly are very suspicious. Who knows what those...
Shh! Lower your voice. If the Fatui catch you in their sights, Rex Lapis won't be...
Hay que escuchar chismecitos.
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean, it's been 2,000 years since Rex Lapis subdued...
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the heels of the incident with Rex Lapis, too.
Say, do you think the person who assassinated our lord and released that evil god might have been one and the same?
Now that you mention it, that's very possible.
Muy probable.
Yes, it's very possible indeed.
Muy bueno, voy a buscar agüita. Ay, ay, ay. Ok. Hemos avanzado harto en historia, ¿eh? Digamos, de directo casi 3 horas.
I mean, it all fits together. That person must have colluded with the evil god to harm Rex Lapis. Oh, that wicked, black-hearted... Still, what sort of supernatural prowess must this person possess to be able to do such things? I have never heard of such a person in all my years.
Ah, forget it. Guessing's no use to us. Look, the Millilith over there looks like he's about to make an announcement. Let's hear what the Ministry of Civil Affairs has to say first.
Y aquí escuchar más bla bla. ¿El comunicado de prensa?
Hear ye all! The Chising's words. Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, it too must return to dust. This is common knowledge. Gods and Adepti live glorious lives, but both light and shadow have their season. So too must they face divinely appointed trials. Rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex Lapis was murdered. Now, let the truth be revealed. Having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial heights. He beseeches the people of Liyue to grieve not and to let not their hearts be saddened.
Yeah.
Nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
¿Y ese fue todo el comunicado de prensa?
Paimon needs a translation on what the Chising's announcement said. So that's how they're spinning it. Something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the murderer? Not to mention how this excuse sounds like something they just made up on the spot. Could the Chising already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead? But Zhongli said that neither they nor the Adepti knew anything. Did Zhongli tell them in secret after his gnosis changed hands? Exactly, right? Ooh, seems like the rite of parting has been going...
Antes de ir con la historia, creo que debería gastar estas mierdas. Creo que debería gastar en esos cositos que dan vida. Mm. Mm. ¿Cuál será mejor? Mm. ¿Por qué este de acá da... Ah, mierda. ¿Por qué te da podogemas? Mm. Sé que... Quiero enfrentarme a este desgraciado. Creo que solo no lo he matado nunca. Después voy a este mierda, ¿no? Ah, creo que porque ahí tengo que hacer la misión para avanzar en la mierda, ¿no? ¿Verdad que tengo que subir de rango? Estoy perdiendo experiencia, por decirlo así. ¡Ay! ¡Ay! ¡Ay!
No escape.
Uy. ¡Ay! ¡El último! ¡Ay!
Can't handle your drink. Huh. Yeah.
No sé cómo sobreviví a eso. Oh. ¡Ay! ¡Te disparo! Oh, no alcancé a disparar. ¿Qué? Buena, Emma. ¿Vale por el raicito? Justo estaba mirando tu pantalla y vi que salía yo, pues fue como, ¿qué? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Cuándo cambié el stream? Y no, bueno, porque me hiciste una raíz recién. Vale, gracias. ¡Ay! ¡Ay! Buena, guacho, ¿cómo estamos? Puta la wea. Pero achúntala, amiga. Buena, wea. Ahora sí, achúntale. No, me estoy jugando. ¿En serio voy a fallar en todas? Gracias. Vamos, vamos, vamos. Quiero vencer a este mierda, yo solito. ¡Ay, ay! Que me pegan. Fue un día largo, sí, hermano. Y me di cuenta. Puta la wea. No. ¡Aléjate! No. De lejito, que le hace más daño. Siempre y cuando la chuntemos. No, no, no. Esquivo, esquivo, esquivo. Ok. Bien. Vale, vale. Vamos, vamos, que se puede. Que te hace nada algo, muere de hambre. Vaya a almorzar, no, o sea, vaya a cenar nomás. Aunque cenar hasta ahora. Eso es tarde. Puta, no, en serio, no lo chuté. ¡Ay, ay! Puta la weá, me gané un puño. Bien, 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 eso le dolió. No. Puta. Oh, fallé. Vamos, vamos, ya no le queda mucho, no le queda mucho. Rompe esta cosa. Rompe esta cosa. Rompe esa cosa. Otro más. Falta ese nomás. ¡Ay, falta poco! Bien, bien. ¡Excelente! Come esta mierda. ¿Y qué me han dado? Bueno, me dieron cositas. Muchas gracias. Bien, bien. Ya soy capaz de matar a este desgraciado solo. Y eso ya habla muy bien de mí. O sea, estoy mejorando. Ok. Pero creo que ya lo había matado, ¿no? Jefes. ¿O no? A ver. No, esto es de ascensión. Cargos, progreso. La verdad estoy perdido, bueno. Creía que tenía que hacer esa wea, pero no. Bueno, al menos fue divertido. A ver, ¿y este por qué me da potogemas? Puta, el culo flojo, estaba ya bajito nomás. Exploración de fortaleza caída. ¿No? ¿En serio me das potogemas por venir para acá? Bueno. Veamos qué es esto. Vamos con esto. No sé qué hay acá, pero vamos para acá. Creo que no había estado nunca acá. ¿O sí? Hola. ¿Cómo están, señores? Oh, ¿en serio me llevo? ¿Qué le pasa? ¿Por qué está brillando? Señor, ¿qué es allá? ¿Qué es eso? Au, au. ¿Qué es eso? ¿Por qué estás dando como fuerza? Ahora me estoy con primero. Au. ¿Cómo está, señor? ¿Se me muere, por favor? ¿Se me muere? Vamos, vamos. ¿Qué es eso? ¿Es una mina? Gané una receta. Definitivamente no había estado acá. Vamos, come todo. A ver, veamos. ¿Y ahora para dónde voy? ¿Por acá? ¿Era esto? ¿Era esto? Ah, bueno. Pero pensé que iba a ser más larga la misión. Eso fue entre. Ok. Sigamos con la misión. Tenemos que asistir a la ceremonia del desgraciado que está ascendiendo. Vamos por allá. Y se está haciendo noche. Estamos llegando. Estamos llegando y ahora... abajo. Ah, en serio no alcancé a volar. Puta. Amber, F en el chat.
As said previously, Rex Lapis' soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also the end of an era.
3,700 years of contracts burnt and reduced to ash.
Pobrecito.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But blinded by our prosperity, we forgot that time can be pitiless.
The long, unending dream of our Archon walking among us.
Now that we have awoken from our dream, we must learn to say farewell. Will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts? As we build a new age of prosperity?
Amen.
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
¿Me habla a mí, señor? O sea, señora.
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking our way.
Yo solo venía de paso.
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
No. Yo solo defendí las torres.
So young.
Oye, no me echen la cuenta a mí, yo no hice nada.
The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far and our reach is long. Name your price. You deserve that much.
Un precio. Bueno, hasta el momento he hecho todo gratis, así que páguenme.
Whoa.
la que está más fría es la Paimon. No, pues amigo, tiene que cobrar ahora.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
Amigo, ¿es primera vez que Juan habló? Creo que sí, primera vez que hablamos nosotros y no por Paimon. Podrían ya poner carteles de personas desaparecidas. Personas desaparecidas. ¿Por qué? ¿Quién desapareció? Espérate. A este weón no perdió la hermana. Tipo, ¿verdad? Ok. Se me había olvidado. No, Amber, ¿por qué moriste? Hola, chucha. Habla con la gente que asistió al rito. ¿Que ella se fue de acá? Ah, no. Pero quiero revivir a Amber. A ver, comamos algo piola. Toma. Y le vamos a dar algo piola de comida. Esto de acá. Chucha. Ya te molesto. ¿Cómo está?
Roping you in was possibly the most masterful move we could have made. I believe that future generations will say so.
¿Con usted?
And to think I'd put my best perfume on before coming here, thinking you'd like it. But it seems as if those perfumes really were meant to be offered to Rex Lapis.
Sí.
Well, that's fine. Suffer no rivals in love, they say. And that's 3 gone in 1 stroke.
2 de 3.
As for the mortals and adepti of Liyue, what shape shall our relationship take from now on?
¿Listo? ¿En serio? ¿Eran esas 3 nomás? Ah, bueno. Fácil. ¡No! ¡Me caí al agua! Puta que soy weón. Eso se me pasa por no mirar al frente. ¿Cómo está, señor?
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions, thinking that they'll never see Rex Lapis again.
Paimon no sea zapa.
And here you are looking all relaxed.
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the burden I have borne for 3,700 years?
¿Qué saben de ir a su propio funeral? Culio choro. El señor ha quedado cesante.
Right. If the 2 of you can spare the time, I should treat you to a meal at the Shinya kiosk.
That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some 3rd round knockout, but you'd have to pay out your nose just to stand inside Shinya kiosk. Are you sure you can afford it?
You're right. I do lack the mora.
Nunca anda con mora, amigo.
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, I should abide by the same rules that mortals do.
Tiene razón.
When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon. So I had to...
Oh, no wonder. Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because you've never had
Porque
to.
siempre se lo daban.
But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more mora as and when you wanted to, you had to try becoming a parasite to society who lives off of other people's credit.
Paimon desagradable.
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. You don't have to say it like that. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge, memories, and foresight.
Sí.
As the Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could. No matter. I must thank you for that.
De nada, 5 lucas.
I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli, traveling the streets of Liyue with you. That is true. But there is no journey that does not end. No meetings without partings.
Igual debo admitir que estuvo entrete.
Paimon thinks that we should make a move and continue our search for the 7.
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult.
Inazuma.
The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, Inazuma, is presently closed.
¿Cerrada?
The Electro-Archon Ball.
Electro.
And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another name among locals in Inazuma.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before. Raiden?
¿Raiden? Raiden. ¿Qué se llama Raiden? Ni puta idea.
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the shogun of Inazuma, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
¿Shogunato? Shogun Raiden. Shogun Raiden. ¿Por qué se me escapa la referencia? La Shogun.
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Paimon doesn't remember that always being the case. It wasn't that bad last year. Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening there? Just how did Inazuma become a closed nation?
Hermética.
It's because of visions.
¿Quién me habla?
Visions?
Ah, no, se murió.
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack of power. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, this is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have been...
Uh-huh. That's how people in Teyvat see it.
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the Vision Hunt Decree.
Captura de visiones.
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of the statue of the omnipresent god.
They want to seize visions. But why? Aren't visions blessings from the gods?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings that they should be under the sole dominion of divinity.
Whoa, that's harsh.
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate any unstable elements that could pose a threat to her eternal realm.
Ya. Te la compro.
The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away, will only strengthen her resolve to pursue eternity.
Pero ellos cacharán la farsa o se la comerán completa.
Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to her people. 7 ideals for 7 gods. And of these, eternity is... All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
No, mucho texto.
Ah, that was a good one. Failing a divine trial. How they came up with that excuse. That said, the reason why the Chising were so eager to resolve the incident and stop pursuing the culprit was indeed because they received news in secret that Rex Lapis was not dead.
Por eso estaban como tan tranquilos y tratando de apaciguar todo, tomando el control, po.
I hinted as much to the Adepti as well. How did I accomplish that, you ask? Have you ever heard of this particularly convenient Adepti art known as gifting dreams and visions?
Ya, por eso el cabro soñó con vos, po.
All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Yeah, about that. Before the Chising made their announcement, we listened to a lot of people talking on the way. Most of them put the blame for everything on Child.
These are indeed false accusations. But it remains undeniably true that Child did send people to the Jade Chamber to prevent the Adepti and the Chising from defeating the ancient god. I've heard that Ningguang is busy milking that for all it's worth on the foreign relations front at the moment, browbeating the envoys of the Fatui. Ha! Those poor Snezhnayan diplomats. If it were not for Child's exalted position as a harbinger, I'm certain that they would have shifted all the blame to him and called for... All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Voy entendiendo un poco más la historia.
The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Chising don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue? Kuching is absolutely right in saying this. Now, Though I did laud Ningguang's desire for power, believing this to be a good thing, and thought as a matter of course that she must have been behind the Qixing's plan to take governing power over Liyue from the... Could the original person who brought up the idea of seizing power have been... All right then. Was there anything else you wished?
That's right. Zhongli, now that you don't have your gnosis, what's going to happen to all the Mora in Teyvat? Since Morax is dead, are they all just gonna disappear? Also, isn't the Golden House the only mint in the entire continent? Will it even continue to work?
The Mora present now will not vanish. But the Golden House will indeed have to cease operations for a lengthy period of time, since creating Mora requires the use of the Geo-Archon's power.
¿Y no pueden hacer monedas? Bueno, quizás como mierda hacen las monedas.
This is terrible! We're all about to run out of Mora! The world is coming to an end!
Yes, this is indeed a major issue from a financial standpoint.
Pero seguramente van a encontrar una forma alternativa de seguir cuñando monedas.
Well, I suppose we'll just leave such troublesome matters to the Liyue Qixing to debate.
Then, did you at least set some private funds aside for yourself?
Oh, a private fund. This does seem like a good, logical, common sense
Pero
idea.
amigo, Tita pensó esa wea mucho antes, pues. ¿Cómo tan wea?
It's a shame.
What's a shame?
It's a shame that I didn't think of it at the time.
Puta, el cabro culiao estúpido, hermano. El weón que crea moneda no se hizo un fondo propio para subsistir como mortal.
All right then. Was there anything else you wished to know? Well then, I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this closed nation. Have patience.
Eso quiere decir que terminé... sí, bueno. Tetera, dulce tetera. Por fin desbloqueé esa mierda. El buscador de la verdad. El Amber. Que tengo esta mierda. Ya vamos. Buen número. Y voy a conocer ese número. Ahora voy por aquí. Tampoco. Bueno, que me falta subirle de nivel para tratar de ascenderlo. Y usted tampoco puede porque no tengo esta mierda, ni tengo las flores de esta mierda. Ya. Pero en este momento me está sirviendo harto esta desgracia, ¿eh? Aunque sea la más débil de todas. Algo me está ayudando. No, se come el pastelito. Puta que tiene esta tipa. Ok. ¿Misión? Tetera, dulce tetera. Por fin desbloqueé esta mierda. ¿Y qué es esto? Bueno. Vayan por allá entonces. ¿Qué es esto? Acá. No. Ok. Todo muy bonito. Pero yo me voy.
Told you
Chao.
I'd win.
Vamos a desbloquear la teterita. Pero antes Puta, igual me quiero robar la planta.
Ah, children, come, come. You've arrived at just the right moment. I've been looking for you.
Oh, what is it, Granny? Need any help?
Oh, no. You've done so much for Liyue Harbor already. I could hardly ask
Claro.
for more. In fact, my old friends and I have been putting our heads together to think of what sort of gift we might give you in return.
A gift? For Paimon?
Qué interesada esta Paimon de mierda. Me cae mal. No, mentira, no me cae mal.
Oh, child, you are so very modest. Uncommonly so, even. But you mustn't decline this gift. I simply won't allow it. When you traversed my old teapot in search of the cleansing bell, I heard your little friend mention that you often camp out in the wilds.
¿De qué?
That simply won't do. Especially since I imagine you still have a very long journey ahead of you. Fortunately, I have not yet grown so old as to see my subspace creation abilities atrophy.
¿Ya me va a crear una tetera?
Oh, did my friends never mention that to you? Well then, it is a blessing we old folks once received from Rex Lapis. But I will not go into too much detail. But subspace creation is the ability to create a small, autonomous pocket world.
Como el bolsillo mágico de Doraemon.
The teapot that you entered previously was a little trinket created using that ability.
Baratija.
So, in the eyes of an Adeptus, creating a magic teapot world is just child's play, huh?
Oh, indeed, the teapot is nothing to boast of. One such as myself must depart from this realm to create a world of one's own. Rex Lapis, on the other hand, but that's enough nostalgia for now. The gift that I have prepared for you just requires...
That's right! Finding stuff's what we're...
Oh, settle down now, children. There's no need for you to go running hither and thither. What's more, I doubt that you would know how to find the materials I am searching for. Some of them are very rare indeed these days. Well, for starters, I require some shimmer soil from the banks of Dihua Marsh. Back in the day, it could only be found where the glaze lilies thrived most profusely. You would have to dig downward, following the roots of the glaze lilies, and if you were lucky enough, but almost no one has been able to find shimmer soil in this manner since Dihua Marsh came to be the way it is today.
¿Está inundado?
Even more difficult to find is smaragdus jadeite, which must be chiseled from the rock of the chasm. Or so it used to be. Ever since the Blackcliff Forge opened for business, they've slowly but surely stripped the mines all but completely bare of it.
¿Por qué tienen que ser tan complicado todo ustedes? ¿Por qué no me pueden decir, oye, anda a cierta parte y toma esta mierda? Anda a esta parte y toma esta mierda. Pero son tan complicados, hermano. Me pierdo.
In any case, smaragdus jadeite is an adepti treasure, and the adeptal power within is not something that most humans can withstand. Extended contact with it is, in fact, harmful to humans. Goodness knows if that child will succeed in finding these items.
Well, since you're an Adeptus, Granny, the person you asked for help, they must be an Adeptus too, right?
Yes. I suppose she does count as an adeptus.
She counts? How come there are so many adepti in Liyue Harbor? We seem to bump into them all the time. It feels like even when you go out to eat, you could be sitting next to an adeptus and never even know it.
Así es la vida.
Oh, maybe so. Who can say? A fair few of my old friends are rather fond of mundane mortal life, after all.
I'm back, Granny. Oh, I don't believe we've met.
Ah, allow me to do the honors. This child here is Yanfei.
Yanfei.
She's the one helping run some errands. Yanfei, I believe you already heard of the traveler and his traveling companion.
Of course, who hasn't? Much has been written about you in the Millilith's records. You became one of Liyue's most wanted after the Millilith marked you as a suspect following the incident at the Rite of Dissension. After which, you fought off the Millilith at Julian Karst and made contact with the Fatui. Before finally defeating an ancient god together with Granny and her associates, and subsequently being cleared of any and all suspicion by the Chiseng. What a shame. A shame that we didn't meet sooner. If we had, well, I can't say that I would have been able to clear you of suspicion immediately, but it certainly would have been less, embarrassing for you. Allow me to introduce myself once more. I'm Yanfei, a legal advisor. Got a legal problem? You can come right to me.
¿Eso era legal? Bueno.
Oh, yes. Here's my business card. You'll find it has my contact details and office address. Keep it handy.
Si me meto en lío con la... con Waiter Rara, te voy a llamar.
If you have an urgent issue, just leave me a note at this address. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, I offer a very generous discount for first-time customers.
Bueno. Trabajo es trabajo.
All right, Yanfei, all right. Let's get to the business at hand. I do not think these two are in... You'll have to excuse Yanfei. She's always been like this. Ever the talkative one when it comes to her own affairs.
Paimon was gonna ask the same question. You seem really different from the ones we've met before.
An adeptus? I guess. Kinda. My old man said he was one anyway. He mentioned that he once campaigned with Rex Lapis for a long old time, and then after that was all over, he went back and married my mom. They had me, and once I was all grown up, the two of them upped and left on a journey, leaving me with Granny here.
Okay.
Well, that's a bit casual for an adeptus. Aren't you guys supposed to sign solemn contracts to protect Liyue Harbor and all that stuff? What do you mean he just went back to get married?
El culio la hizo, de oro.
Well, my dad did say that he'd talked it through with Rex Lapis and that he was fine with it. Even contributed towards the wedding gift, apparently. Anyway, let's not dwell on that too much. So, Granny, I've gotten a hold of most of the stuff you asked for, except for Smaragdus Jadeite. I couldn't find any
No va a
at
tocar a
all.
nosotros ir a buscar esa mierda de jadeíta. No, ¿cuánto era? Jadeíta.
Is that so? But Smaragdus Yanfei, are you sure you can't find some other way? They have helped Liyue greatly, after all. It is only right that they are duly rewarded.
Tendré que ir a buscarlo yo nomás, po.
I know, Granny, you've told me 1,000 times already. Well, the chasm's definitely a no-go, but there's still a chance we can figure out some alternative means of procurement.
¿Cuál?
Hold on a moment.
Whoa, that's a really thick book. What kind of things do you write in there?
Commercial consultancy. Or Snezhnaya. Ah, found him.
¿Qué?
Krusel. A Snezhnayan merchant who once came to me with some legal queries on certain articles in the legal codices. If my memory serves, all of them had to do with rare ores.
Yeah.
He mentioned that he was considering acquiring some Smaragdus Jadeite to make hairpins, and wanted to know if there were any legal ramifications that he should be aware of. Said he was planning to sell them in Snezhnaya. So, I guess I'll go look for him. With any luck, he'll have gotten his hands on... Oh, you want to join me? I suppose that's no problem, but it's best if you just stand by and watch. If you try to get involved, you'll only risk placing yourself in legal jeopardy.
Wow, an Adeptus imploring us to avoid incurring legal liability. That's a first. Best we be a little more careful than usual while.
Digo que si quieren nos demanda. Me robo eso, me robo eso. Me robo eso, me robo eso. ¿Cuánto que...? No, amiga. Vamos por acá. Atajo, atajo. Y... no, que sigue bajando. ¿Por qué tantas misiones? Bajando, bajando. Buenas, buenas.
Hello, Mr. Crossell. How's business been?
Oh, good, very good. All thanks to your advice, Miss Yanfei. What brings you here today?
Queremos comprarle esas mierdas.
You're too kind. I was simply doing my job. Now, I believe that the last time we met, you mentioned that you were looking to source some Smaragdus jadeite to make hairpins. Have there been any further developments on this front?
Well, yes. As a matter of fact, in the end, I did acquire a small piece of Smaragdus jadeite and had it fashioned into a pair of hairpins.
¿Me lo vende?
Miss Yanfei, might I presume that you have an interest in the hairpins? I must apologize. I've already rented them out to a lady named Chiao. If you'd like to inspect them, you may have to wait quite some time.
¿Cómo que alquiló? ¿No vende? ¿En serio alquiló algo?
Wait, isn't Smaragdus jadeite really rare? Aren't you worried about the hairpins getting damaged or lost while they're being rented out?
No, I'm not worried in the slightest, because I signed a contract with Miss Chiao before renting them to her. The contract makes it quite clear that if she loses or damages the item in question, she must compensate me for its full original value.
Yeah.
In return, I included a clause that guarantees the Smaragdus jadeite is genuine, with a penalty of 10 times the item's value payable by me.
Guaranteed genuine, with 10 times the value payable if this claim is shown to be false. Yes, these terms.
Of course. This way, both the client and I have the assurance we need. To ensure fairness, each of us has retained an original copy of the contract.
Oye, ¿se ve una mano? Ah, es la de Paimon.
In that case, might you know where Miss Chiao lives? We'd like to pay her a visit and have a look at the hairpins.
Se lo vamos a robar.
Oh, of course. She wrote her address down when we signed our contract. Here, I'll mark it on your map for you.
Sería muy amable de su parte, señor.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Crossell.
Gracias. Ah, está por aquí, ¿no?
I'll race you there.
¿Cómo está, señor? Vamos por acá, por acá, por acá, por acá. Subiendo escaleras, por acá. ¿Es usted? No, no es usted. Son de vuelta que me di.
Oh, whatever shall I do?
Puta la wea, en serio perdiste la mierda. Puta la wea.
Yes, that's me. Is there something I can help you with?
Ya, suelta la peba. ¿Dónde mierda la perdiste?
How do you do, Miss Chiao? We understand from Mr. Crossell that you recently rented. My associates and I are very interested in them. Would you mind letting us take a look at them?
The hairpins. I can't lend them to you right now. I don't know how it could have happened. I always kept them right by my side, and I spent so much money on them. If I have to pay their original value, there's no way I could come up with that amount of money on such short notice.
Buena pregunta, personaje principal.
My family is in the ore business too, but business has been suffering ever since the chasm was sealed off. We now have a backlog of paid-up orders just sitting around, so we've been having to purchase some stock from other ore merchants to complete them. A big banquet is coming up in a few days, and several ore merchants I know of will be there. I need this opportunity to mingle and discuss prices. That's what the hairpins were for, to keep up appearances. I can't have them looking down on, but now that I've lost the hairpins, what will I do?
A ver. Si la encuentro, se la aprieto para la mierda de ceremonia o evento que tenga, después me la da. Estaría bueno, ¿no?
Why does Paimon have a sudden strong sense of deja vu?
Would you really? I sent a commission to the...
Hold on. Don't run off looking for the hairpins just yet. Mr. Chow, would you let me have a look at the rental contract you signed?
Huh? Well, I mean, sure, I have it right here. Here you are.
Y claro, porque todo el mundo lleva los contratos que hace aquí en el hombro.
Let me see.
That's right! Yanfei said she's a legal advisor, didn't she? Maybe she can help Juchao. True. Though surely there must be a win-win solution.
Right. I finished reading the contract. The terms are very clear, and they do indeed stipulate that you must pay Mr. Crossel the original value of the hairpins as compensation for the loss. Furthermore, the contract also expressly states that the amount of compensation must take current market prices into account. And given the rarity of Smaragdus jadeite, I fear that the final amount of compensation may end up being significant.
Even higher? Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Juchao looks like she's about to faint.
However, all of this is assuming that it is indeed genuine Smaragdus jadeite that...
Did you really have to pause before saying that part? Anyway, the hairpins are lost, so how exactly would we be able to find out if the jadeite is genuine? Whichever way you look at it, we've got to start by finding those hairpins.
Except that if we found the hairpins, there'd no longer be any need to check whether the jadeite is genuine, would there?
Okay.
Seems right.
Please. Please, don't trouble yourselves over this. However much it is, I will have to pay it. My family are merchants, after all. It's vital that we keep our work. Now that it's come to this, I really shouldn't keep Crossel in the dark any longer. I'll go and inform him of the issue, and then...
Pero podíamos encontrarnos nosotros, amiga.
Yes, legally speaking, it seems this is the most sensible course of action. But before that, I have some questions about the hairpins. So hold on a moment, Mr. Chow. When you first touched the hairpins, what did I
feel? Well, I remember that the gemstones set into the pins were... My family has seen much jade pass through its hands in the past, so I am quite certain of my...
Smooth to the touch. Finest quality jade. No, it's nothing. I just need to re-examine a few things. Let's head over to Mr.
¿Por qué no puedo ir a hacer misión de ir a recolectar cosas? ¿Por qué tienen que ser tanto bla bla? Eso estaba ahí nomás.
Get ready for the gliding champion of Mondstadt.
Hola, amigo.
Ah, Miss Yanfei, you've returned. With Miss Juchao in tow, too, I see. How are the hairpins? I trust you're quite...
About...
You lost them? Are you serious? Do you have any idea how expensive they were?
Sí sabe.
I'm sorry. Truly I am. I'll pay the compensation as per our contract.
Mora.
Mora? Do you have any idea what I had to go through to get my hands on that Smaragdus jadeite? I just don't... Forget it. Talking won't bring them back. Since Miss Yanfei is here, I suppose we can just have her estimate the amount that needs to be paid.
No problem. But before I can give an official estimate, I'll need to do a little market research. Ah, yes. And if I may just confirm again... It was in fact genuine smaragdus jadeite inlaid into the hairpins, correct?
Of course! Genuine article guaranteed, or I pay back 10 times the value.
Yeah.
Alright, understood. I'll conduct some market research, and once I'm back, I'll provide an official assessment of the sum owed by Mr. Chow in compensation. Please wait here, Mr. Crossell.
Thank you very much.
No sé por qué digo que está
How
mintiendo.
could she lose my hairpins? She'd better pay every last mora that they're worth.
Looks like I'll have to find some way to raise that money.
Please wait, Mr. Chow. I have something to discuss with you. It's not convenient to speak here, so let's find somewhere that we can sit and talk in more detail.
Parece que el bueno no le está estafando.
I won't get ready for the gliding champion of Mondstadt.
Creo que era más fácil haber ido caminando, pero me gusta volar. Vamos, que se puedan ver. Dele, dele. Vamos, vamos, vamos. ¿Caer en el agua?
You got
Oh, me maté.
Miss Yunfei, what is this about?
Me maté, pero activé el...
Are you here to tell me
el
how much
diálogo.
I owe?
Puta Amber, qué buena para matarse.
No. What I wanted to talk about is, there is a chance that the ore inlaid on those hairpins may not be smaragdus jadeite after all.
What do you mean? Are you implying that you already sneaked off and found them?
Obviously not. I'm no adventurer, let alone a member of the guild. I don't run thankless, time-consuming errands for a living. Let's just say I made some deductions. I don't know if Granny told you this, but smaragdus jadeite is found deep underground and contains very concentrated elemental energy.
Entonces si la tipa no sintió nada al tocarla es porque la wea es falsa.
If mere mortals come into contact with it, well, they'll be sick in the best case. And in the worst case, they could even experience a dramatic change of personality. It most certainly would not be smooth to the touch. Mr. Chow, did you at any time feel unwell while the hairpins were in your possession?
No, not at all. I felt perfectly fine the whole time. Not even the slightest bit unwell. I didn't feel anything special at all, in fact.
No se fuiste estafatres.
Now that is strange. I noticed earlier that there were elemental traces in Mr. If I've deduced correctly, he may still have the smaragdus jadeite in his possession.
If that's the case, we should go confront him right now and expose his dirty scam right to it.
Absolutely not. If we were to confront him now, there's no way he would admit to it. Eventually, he would find, and then he'd throw the smaragdus jadeite into the sea the moment we were gone.
Tendremos que pillarlo con las manos en la masa.
After that, he would simply insist that Mr. Chow pay up per the contract. He would lose nothing. Meanwhile, we would have to look under every stone in Liyue, hoping and praying that the hairpins do actually still exist somewhere in this world.
So vivid that Paimon thinks it might be a...
Oh, it certainly is. I've seen my fair share of situations like this, and brute force methods are certainly one way of resolving.
Well then, since you're so experienced in dealing with problems like this,
Sí, pero no va a ser
perhaps you
gratis.
could help me, Miss Yunfei.
Oh, that won't be a problem. But first, Mr. Chow, can I ask you to please sign this contract?
Huh? Does there have to be a contract for everything? Paimon can't even keep track. It feels like Yanfei is even more concerned with them than a certain someone else we know.
These are my formal terms of engagement. Everything prior to now has just been pro bono advice. But for me to investigate any further, I require a written contract.
Ah, todo es plata en esta vida. Plata, plata, plata.
Any work commissioned but not bound by a contract cannot be relied upon.
I understand. Then I will be glad to place this matter into your capable hands if you will take it, Miss Yunfei.
No problem. Just sign here, and I'll sign too. Okay, and I'll also need your signatures on pages 5, 7, and on the very last page. Finally, if you could just use this ink pad to make a handprint over here.
Pero amigo, mira esa cara de Paimon.
This contract has so many pages. Paimon's all out of...
All right, that should do it. My fees are the same as always, and they're written in the contract. Have a look through and let me know.
I've had a read through. Everything...
Well then, here's your copy of the contract. I will retain the other copy. Not for now, no. Despite how intractable this problem might sound, it will actually be quite... I don't believe you have been part of an investigation like this before, in which case, hopefully this should be quite the experience.
Miss Yunfei, I have to ask, why are you helping me?
Qué buena onda. No, porque quiere plata.
Because, as it happens, I'm currently trying to acquire some smaragdus jadeite myself.
Verdad.
I noticed strong traces of
buscando
geoenergy
el
around
mineral.
Mr. Crossell, so perhaps he has, in fact, secured some. Whether he actually made it into an item of jewelry or not is a separate matter, but either way, it's a lead. As long as we follow it, who knows? Also, the idea of someone abusing the law to their advantage, I won't stand for it. But again, let's not dwell on this. Let's go to... where can we find someone who processed... I've got it! Let's pay a visit to Shito, the boss of the Jade Mystery. He's a professional when it comes to working with stone and ore. If Mr. Crossell had his ore worked on at all, Shito would undoubtedly have been his first choice.
Ok. Veamos los logros. Y he sacado... Uy, que he sacado harto. Bueno, estos son de la aventura en todo caso. Intervención. Pelota no... Aquí... Fíjate. ¿Qué? ¿Curar la enfermedad de Ana? ¿En serio decía eso? Panacea universal. Cura la enfermedad de Ana. Oh, qué buena. Buena. Por eso entonces subió al piso allá, pues ahora puede escalar y hacer guaitas, pues. Buena. Me siento feliz por la desgraciada, aunque solo sea un NPC. Yeah.
If you ever want to trade...
Ah, por eso morí. Es poquita agua. Bien. Me han regalado cositas. Así que... ¿Cuánto puedo comprar? Una. Bien. ¿Cuántas me faltan? Me faltan 3. Y quedan 6 días. Yo creo que alcanzo a hacer una más. Parece que con una más puedo lograr tener esta desgracia.
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
Yo lo voy a dejar hasta aquí por hoy con Genshin. Llevamos cuánto, casi 4 horas con Genshin. Y avanzamos harto en la historia en este cagado de juego.